Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sarah Nadeem. I'm an attorney and a realtor in the state of California. I am honored to be one of the Khateebahs at the Women's Mosque of America. Today, I would like to talk to you about and share my thoughts about one of the historic figures in Islamic history. And the lady that I would like to talk to you about is the only lady who was honored by Islam to an extent that one of the surahs in the Qur'an is named after her name. You guessed it. It is Maryam alayhi salam, and I'm talking about Surah Maryam, which is the 19th chapter in the Qur'an. Not only that, she also has another surah which is associated to her, and that is Al Imran, and that is the family of Maryam alayhi salam. So there are two surahs, one directly relating to her, as in her name, and the other her family's name, Al Imran. So Surah Maryam and Al Imran. Also, I would like to share this information that Surah, not just Surah Maryam, but Maryam alayhi salam has been referred to around 70 times in the Quran, which is said to be more than she has been referred to in the Bible. Although was raised in a very honorable family and came from an honorable family, a very pious family, she actually had a very difficult life. But she always saw the grace of God, and she was the chosen one. And it is clearly said in the Quran that she has been chosen. In terms of even when she was young, first of all, the fact that she was born a female, whilst her father was promised a child, and they thought it'll be a son who would be devoted to worship. However, it turned out that it was a lady, Maryam, a girl, a female. And then she was given into the care of her uncle, Zakaria. In Urdu, we call that relationship khalu. He was the khalu who looked after her. And even when she was young, she was visited and blessed by Angel Gabriel. There's a story that goes like so, that she used to have fruits of summer in winter and in winter of summer, and she was asked by her relatives and her uncle as to where was she getting a provision from, and she used to say to that God provides with no account. So that's something that I wanted to share with you. And also wanted to share with you something a little more controversial, which is that there's this minority school of thought that believes that amongst thousands of prophets that came to us from God, there were also some women. And there's a minority view that believes that Maryam alayhi salam was actually one of the prophets. And to be precise, it is the scholars and the researchers who believe that are Al-Ashariya and Al-Qurtubi and Ibn Hazm, to be precise, are the ones who have gone on to say that it is very probable, and they do believe that Hazrat Maryam alayhi salam was actually one of the prophets. And of course there were more, Sarah and Hajra alayhi salam being the others, in addition to more who it is believed were probably prophets. Again, it's a minority view, but I just thought I'll share that there's a minority view even amongst Muslims that might be the case. What inspires me about her are many things. What is the spiritual take that I take from Surah Maryam? That's what I want to share with you. And verse 23 says in Surah Maryam, so she conceived him and she withdrew with him to a far place, Bethlehem Valley. And Bethlehem Valley is something, just an explanation. And then verse 23 says, "And the pains of childbirth drove her to the trunk of the date palm. She said, 'Would that I had died before this, and had been forgotten and out of sight.'" She's suffering at this time. She's in labor, she's suffering. Then Jibreel alayhi salam, we're saying, thinking is Jibreel alayhi salam, but then she heard a voice, a cry from below, "Grieve not, your Lord has provided a water stream under you." So she is comforted by God. "And shake the trunk of the date palm towards you. It will let fall fresh ripened dates upon you. So eat and drink and be glad." From this, what I take is that at that time, this is especially for women, when they are most vulnerable, is you cannot be more vulnerable than whilst giving birth. And at that time, God supports her, gives her courage, and also encourages her to take action. Shake the trunk of the tree, and there will be fruits that will fall upon you. So I think this is a very poignant message to all women, which is that we must, even as women, take action. We must take control of things and do what needs to be done. And God provides. So tawakkul Allah, but action. So it's a call to action. It is very empowering for women. From when I read it, I say, well, when a birthing woman, a woman who is giving a birth to a prophet, when she is told to do something about her situation, then we little women, we really must remember that we must also take heed and do what needs to be done. So on that note, I mean, I'm grateful to God Almighty that we are blessed with the Quran. We follow the Abrahamic religion, and Quran is the guide. It is to be read and understood and followed. And I'm very lucky to be talking about it and sharing my love for all the prophets and their parents. I'm grateful to God that I'm a Muslim, and I'm grateful to God that I'm seeing Ramadan after COVID-19. Ma salama. Take care and God bless. Assalamu alaikum.